I like this going hands-on a little early. Let's chat some earbuds. I'm obviously still a little congested, but the show must go on. Origem are kicking off a crowdfunding campaign for their new HS-3 earbuds, and I've spent the last couple weeks with a pair in my ears. So what's all this about HDR audio? I'll get to that in just a bit. These HS-3 are premium, sport-focused Bluetooth earbuds on a neck cable, boasting a suite of fun tech tricks. An offset single driver design with a steel wire memory hook connected to a small control piece and smart microphones. In the box, you'll get assorted ear tips, a neck cinch cable clip, a micro USB charge cable, and a really nice little carry case. Bluetooth 5, supporting aptX and AAC. This is solid fare for wireless audio, especially with a sporty focus. Now, I always get cranky about advertising materials claiming waterproof, but IPX5 should be plenty for most people sweating through their workouts or surviving a run in the rain. I'm still really not sold on inner aural earbuds for underwater use. Regardless, the Origem are not rated to be submerged. Surprisingly, what I really enjoyed, what kind of won me over on this headset, was a fairly novel collection of hot word voice actions. Remember how we used to have some hands-free commands on those old school single-ear Bluetooth headsets? That's a very nice consideration for true hands-free operation. Built in are a collection of hot words that don't require a voice assistant to engage. Play pause music, accept reject phone call, skip tracks. And there's a hello voice cue command that acts as a pass-through to your phone's assistant for more control. The only omission preventing truly hands-free is a voice control command for volume. If you pause music and give individual commands through Google Assistant, then play your music again, you can adjust playback volume, but that's cumbersome. It would have been handier to just have this as a hard-coded hot word. And that's a minor gripe too, since, it's got buttons. But that's enough about the technology. These are earbuds, so how do they sound? The quality discussion becomes a bit of a moving goalpost. The HS-3 employ software and hardware tricks to adjust audio on the fly. The goal is not a clinically flat EQ, but an equal loudness contour. To oversimplify, if a listener is presented with constant tones moving throughout the frequency spectrum, they should perceive no pressure change moving from tone to tone. Origem calculates this based on the information and the volume coming from your phone and balances that against the sound pressure of the listening environment to make adjustments, and then it feeds that info into a graphene driver in the earbud. Short story long, they sound pretty good. For a sport focus, we get excellent detail in the mids and a respectable soundstage highlighting stereo separation. A few of my more aggressively mixed tracks get shrill in the high end, but this balance works well for a variety of genres, moving between rock, classical, jazz, without any real issues. The weak spot will be folks who really like skull rumblers. Bass response is punchy and quick, but the HS-3 will not hit as hard as some of the multi-driver or hybrid earbuds I've reviewed in the past. Again, there's a focus here. We're talking about soundtracking other activities and streamlining phone control through voice commands. Judged against the manufacturer's claims, the HS-3 completely succeed. A few small concerns: 6-hour playback might be a bit lean for some folks, but that's balanced against a pretty fast recharge. 30 minutes plugged in gets you almost a full battery. Also, the steel hooks are an interesting design decision, if maybe a touch over-engineered. Depending on what you find comfortable, adjusting the fit is probably going to take a few tries to get them in and comfy. I have to use a nearly full screw to wedge them in and then adjust the hooks down. What I like about this though is you get 2 hang points. You can leave the buds hanging off your ears or draped around your neck when you need to hear the world around you. It's one of my gripes with truly wireless buds is where to put them when you're not using them, but I digress. The HS-3 project just launched on Indiegogo. Origem is listing a retail price at $99, but of course there are a handful of early bird perks if you're looking to shop a fun pair of sport earbuds. Expected delivery around March of this year, with more product arriving for general consumers later. I'll have that crowdfunding link in the description below this video. As always, thanks so much for watching, sharing, subscribing. It's always fun chatting good audio and hearing health with you fine folks out there. Now, you know where you can find me around the rest of the internet, at SomeGadgetGuy on the Twitters, the Facebooks, and the Instagrams, and I will catch you all on the next video. because I'm still super congested and I had to move the mic closer to my face, I was like, oh, I could totally do this all ASMR style, and you could totally hear all of my sinus congestion, and then I'll rub the microphone. Except for the fact that that's tacky and gross.